What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We have got some huge breaking news. It's been a 6-week saga. It has dragged on like you wouldn't believe, but it is finally complete, and hopefully it doesn't end up in a similar fashion to how Jadon Sancho kind of worked out. But I'm not going to put anything negative on it. Bryan Mbeumo Brentford have reached an agreement. Sorry, I'm getting excited. I'm mincing my words here. Slow down, Nick. United have reached an agreement with Brentford to sign Bryan Mbeumo, £65 million fee plus up to £6 million in add-ons. Deal to be paid in 4 installments. We're doing a Klarna job. Move for Brentford now being finalised, which should mean that he should be with us on the US tour. Him and Matheus Cunha through the door. Both Prem-proven players. Both statistical outputs last season incredible. Both players that we absolutely need in that forward line as well. Sam, what do you make of the price and everything that's been made of it in a minute? Because we're already seeing rival fans yapping about the price that we paid. But I think £65 million is probably what Mbeumo's worth, right?
If the likes of Elanga is going for 55, if the likes of Madueke is going for 52, 60 to 65 seems about right for Bryan Mbeumo.
I agree.
Like Cunha's at 62.5, but it was a release clause. Had he not had a release clause, would he be around 65, 70 million mark? I'd imagine he would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, like obviously you'd like to pay less as a United fan to save money, but Brentford set up their price. They were sticking to it. We've paid somewhere in that region. We've not paid the flat out 70, which I think would have been a bit too high, plus the add-ons, but 65 plus 6, achievable add-ons, paying it in 4 installments, which again is helpful to our sort of situation. Yeah. I think we tried to do the same thing with Cunha, but his release clause dictated it had to be 2 installments, so we couldn't quite do that. So, but yeah, got the signing. He's in before the tour. He'll get training with the squad. He'll get to integrate into the squad, which is what we wanted in the first place. So yeah, it's all good news. And to the rival fans, I think you know the one to talk about, the Arsenal one. Isn't this the same club that signed Nicola Pepe for like 70 odd million? How did that go?
Honestly, mate, the amount of Arsenal fans, especially on TikTok, I mean, there is I'm not joking, hundreds of Arsenal fans in the comment section saying, but you know, Mbuemo, what is ridiculous? And I'm thinking, the players you just mentioned there, Elanga, Madueke, Anthony Gordon, Jeremy Doku, the list is fucking endless of players that have gone. Just gone, by the way, quite a lot of them as well, for £50 million plus. And they've all had half a season that Mbuemo's just had. Mbuemo had 27 goal involvements, top 8 in Europe for metrics, I believe. And he's doing it in the Premier League, and he's got 4 years experience in the Premier League. No one can't tell me that isn't a £65 million move. I'm sorry. You just can't.
No. He's in his prime as well. He's 26, so he's in his prime. It's not like it's a young player or a player over the hill. Like he's in his prime. So I think that has to be the sort of overrating factor. And again, I think it's not like other teams have it over. Like Liverpool paid what, 80 million for Darwin Núñez?
Yeah,
did that work? Not really. Nicola Pepe for 70 million. Didn't work, did it? Like so many clubs have paid that amount of money and the player hasn't worked. Anthony, we're not. So do you know what I mean? So I don't understand that logic. Oh, you paid this amount for him, but he's Premier League proven. He's done it consistently for 3 seasons in a row. Like this is not a 1-season wonder by any stretch of the imagination.
No. And do you know what? As well, whenever we played against him, he's been a problem. He's caused us problems.
Oh yeah.
Picking it up in those little half spaces, dribbling past players, putting balls into the box, scoring against us on multiple occasions as well. Like
so
him and Visser.
So was Cunha as well, who's joined us. He was a problem.
Him and Visser, I thought last season caused problems for every single team. Like whenever Brentford set up against someone, they could defend really, really well, sit deep with a back 5, and then those transitional gains when they just kind of sprung on him would murder him, absolutely murder him. That's why both of them, I mean, together, that's something that I wanted to question as well. Like, how is this dynamic going to work, do you think, with Mbuemo coming in? Because you would imagine then with Mbuemo being the right-sided 10, if you want to call it that, or Ram, if anyone played pro clubs back in the day. Ahmad at wing-back, do we think now maybe kind of interchanging? You know, with someone who Carl describes Mbuemo as someone who likes to get chalk on his boots, but also someone who can drift inside. That's an exciting dynamic as well, isn't it, that partnership there?
I think it'll be horses for courses. I think in games where we're expecting a lot of possession and we're going to be on the attack, you'll probably see Ahmad and Mbuemo on that right-hand side, so we can get into teams go out wide if we need to with the overlap, and then Mbuemo can cut inside. But maybe we're setting up a bit more defensively. Maybe you see Dallo in there, who's more likely to sort of stick back a bit, just so he can get the and he can get the ball out to Mbuemo, who will go wide. So maybe there's a sort of different sort of tactical setups and stuff in there, because last year it was kind of like Dallo was most of the time there because Ahmad had that time out with injury. He sometimes played the 10. He sometimes played. We weren't really sure how to get there, because if he played in the 10, you had Dallo at the right back, who wasn't that great going forward. If you played in the right back, it means you were missing something on that right hand 10. But now we've got that solution now, because Mbuemo can put that in that right hand 10 without having to sacrifice the things that Ahmad does at right back.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that right side now as a whole as well at the minute. I think if a lot of people seem to think Lenny Yoro's better on the left-hand side, which I think some of the later performances last season, I would probably agree, did seem good there. But even if you put Maz there, whoever it is, on that right-hand side, if you have, let's say, Yoro, Ahmad, and Mbuemo as that little triangle with the pocket, that is dangerous. And it makes us... I feel like United have always been lopsided as a team. We've always been left heavy focused, haven't we? Whether it was Rashford, Pogba,
Sancho,
Shaw,
Garnacho.
Yeah, like they all kind of drifted out there, and it's kind of that was our. And if to shut that side down, it was kind of nothing, because we had I don't know, Dan James and Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side, for example. Now, if you're a left back in the Premier League and you think, all right, who am I dealing with today? Who am I going to be kind of pulled apart by? It's going to be Ahmad and then Mbuemo, and that is tricky for any fucking team.
That's the thing with the left-sided centre back of whatever team, and the left back, they're going to be looking, going, do I follow Ahmad on the overlap, or do I go inside with Mbuemo? Like, who do I pick up here? And then that's going to cause the space, and that's going to cause doubt. So whichever one they go with, it's going to cause doubt and create space for another player, which, like you said, we haven't had on that right-hand side forever. Like, it's ridiculous.
I think in football at the minute, and I was looking at kind of tactical trends. Someone did a video the other day. It might have been that JJ. I can't remember his second name, but he's really, really good when it comes to tactics. Is it Tifo? Not Tifo?
Yeah, Tifo.
Is it Tifo?
Is it JJ Ball?
I think that might be, isn't it? Scottish guy, is it?
Yeah.
So, and he was going through kind of modern tactic trends and what we're seeing kind of at the Club World Cup and stuff. And he was talking about these new kind of touchline wing backs now, where with Pep it was always inverted wing backs. They would always central overloads, but now with bringing in Eight Nora, you've seen Liverpool with Frimpong and Kirkes, really aggressive high wing backs causing problems. And I think Ahmad in that right wing back role, which I've said for a while, that is, in my opinion, his best position in Amarin's system, because either way you get those kind of overloads on the side, and Ahmad seems to find space in those pockets, and someone like him with time on the ball is deadly as anyone in the Prem. It's just unfortunate, obviously, because of his injury. You include Mbuemo in that. You include Xerxes perhaps in the middle for rotation with Cunha and Mbuemo as well. That dynamic of the attack completely shifts. And I still want to push that motive, not the motive, the side of it where I think they could end up going to a bit of a split striker system, dropping into the midfield. Like, I do think you're going to see some tweaks. There's no way Amarin can watch what he saw last season, bring in the players that he's brought in, and not tweak it slightly, innit?
There was clearly goals is an issue last season. Like, we couldn't score any goals.
Yeah.
So for him to go in and think, this is this forward line that I had before the likes of Cunha and Mbuemo come in will score me goals, because he had the entire season and they did not show up at all. The only people who showed up was Bruno and Ahmad was out for about 3 months.
Yeah.
So he knows it has to change. So if you automatically level up the fact that we've got Mbuemo in 20 plus goal involvements, Cunha 20 plus goal involvements, even if they get half, say they get 10 goals each, that's 20 goals extra that we didn't have last season. And where does 20 goals put us? Does it put us in the top half? Does it put us in the top 8? You'd hope it would. And then you'd hope with those coming in, that helps the likes of Xerxes. Maybe it helps the likes of Højlund. I'm not entirely convinced on that, but maybe it does. And then hopefully a number 9 comes in, and maybe that's another 10 goals there. So it's just all about leveling up that sort of forward line. I still think the midfield needs work. I still think that's a problem issue, and I hope we address it. But I think, the forward line is definitely improved with these two additions.
So Chris Wheeler's just put out on X that understand that Bryan Mbeumo's unlikely to link up with his new United teammates for the opening friendly versus Leeds in Stockholm tomorrow after Brentford accepted an offer of 65 million plus 6 in add-ons, but he's set to go on the club's US tour next week, which is the main priority in it. That's where most of the business is going to get done. I'm not too fussed about him not being there for the game in Stockholm, but again, there's so many things coming out of this that we could discuss. I mean, the price point, so the installments, I believe, is going to be 16.25. That's how they're going to do it in 4 installments. So call it 16 mil. And then I think Cunha was 20 million for the first installment, and it's going to be 3 in that. So again, the best way to describe it is kind of like Klarna, just spreading out payments. I'm not entirely sure what took so long because they were discussing initial payments and how it's going to be paid and breaking the structure down. And it was the same thing with Wolves as well. It just seemed to be a bit of a stumbling block. But we've got past that now. The money has been spent. The thing is now, like, what are they going to? What's next? Do you think?
You have to sales in it. Has to be sales. Everything has to be full steam ahead for sales now. Try and get Garnacho, Anthony, Rashford, Sancho out the door. Try and get them out the door as quickly as possible. You're probably going to take a hit on all 4 of them, if you're honest with yourself. Malacia, I even forgot about Malacia, Jesus Christ. Not that we get much for him, but maybe you take a hit because you get you get the wages of Sancho and Rashford off the books, 300 odd K a week. That's a massive, massive help in terms of PSR, in terms of you spending limit and stuff like that. So if you take a hit on the transfer fee, because Rashford, it's going to be all profit anyway, because he's an academy player, so there's less risk there. Sancho, they're not going to ever make anything back from that. It's just not going to happen. Like, it's a disaster of a signing. And the Anthony one's difficult because I think Betis have just sold Johnny, what's he called? Johnny something. Johnny Cardoso? Is that his name?
Correct.
So maybe they use that money on Anthony and get that done, which is a bit of a tricky thing because he's only interested in going to Betis, which makes that move a bit more trickier. But it seems like Sancho's open to multiple clubs in Italy, Juve into AC and stuff. So
it does seem like there's a bit more of an appetite now, doesn't there? With a couple even Rashford, a couple of clubs he's been linked with now. They're so important though, I think, for the next. I'm just curious to know what they're going to do next. Because obviously, if you do get those sales and there's a huge amount of wages shifted off it, you're like, So I think it's got to be the number 9. Surely, has to be the striker next in the priority.
I think the midfielder.
After sales.
You think midfielder?
No, I'd go for a striker personally.
I'm worried about that midfield, man.
I am as well. But I think the thing is, we've got Ugarte, Bruno, Kobe, Cass, who can play there. I know they're not systematically perfect. Whereas in the 9, I don't trust any of them strikers. Zirkzee is good in his own right, and that dynamic could work.
But he's not going to score. He's not going to score 20 goals, is it? Like, Zirkzee's not going to score 20 goals. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Whereas if you had a striker, I don't know, call it Watkins, just for example, now, who's proven he scored 15 to 20 goals in the Premier League, him, Cunha, and Mbuemo, he's going to change the attack so much. Even if they don't hit the levels that they hit at Brentford, because I think Cunha...
if they do half.
Yeah, it's still a major improvement on what we've had at the moment. So, I'll get into the comments now because I'm curious to see what everyone's thinking about this, about the price, about him as a player. Please do let me know. Right, let's see what people are saying. T2 saying, I've been hurt so many times before, but he seems like that sounded like a start of a love song, didn't it?
Yeah.
The way that I've been hurt so many times before, but he seems a great signing. It does seem a lot for someone in the last year of his deal. He's not in the last year of his deal. I'm sorry, he's not. They have an option to extend for another year, so they're in a stronger position. I get the initial 1 year, but they could have extended it. That's why they're not in as much of a weak position.
And it's not that they probably would have done. They're not going to let him go for free.
No
next
chance.
Year. It's not happening. So they would have activated it had he not gone this year.
It took so long because of the installment structure, and like Muppeteer said last night, that Ineos knew he's already in the Premier League and they only ever wanted United, so there was no reason to rush. Rayonate is saying David Ornstein deserves a knighthood for finally ending our pain. 4 installments is a great deal, and we need to urgently kick on with signing a goalkeeper, hopefully, and a 9. I'll speak about the goalkeeper in a minute because we've had some news around Le Mans. Suvik saying this is now almost a brand new front 3. We go from Garnacho and Zirkzee 10s to Cunha and Mbuemo in one fell swoop. Brilliant upgrade. Hamisa saying who should be our next target? Sam, you saying midfield? Do you think? Is that where you would pivot to?
I think I agree with you. Striker is a problem. Like, it's definitely an issue, but that midfield that I've been looking at for like the last 4 years, and it just something's not working there. Something's not working. Like I thought Ugarte might sort of help it out, but he's been up
Do you know what
and
I found
down.
out yesterday about Ugarte? So we bought him for 50 million, right, from PSG.
Is it
Do you
not
know how much?
60?
I thought it was around 50. I don't know. So call it 50, 60, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
right? They bought João Neves for 50 million.
Yeah, mad.
No, did you know that?
Mad. Yeah. Because
I
were
did
we
not-
being quoted like 70?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Mad.
you're coming in for it, 100 million release clause and all this bullshit, and you're like, hey.
Basically, they got João Neves for free, didn't they?
Yeah.
Sold Ugarte and then
Basically.
bought it. Like, it just didn't cost them anything.
Anyway, trying to be positive here. Ahmad is a better right wing back, not a right-sided 10. His record at wing back under Amorim is better. Completely agree. Connor Atkinson saying about time. Sorry, there's so many comments I want to get through. Anonymous, big up Anonymous, saying big off because of installments and deal structures, United have only spent 37 million on Cunha and Mbuemo this summer. Which is very interesting. Technically on the sheets, I think he means. You can't fix everything in one window. Don't we know it? Which position next? New goalkeeper or striker? That's from Sheikh Hadi. We kind of covered that already. Nathan in the chat saying Mbuemo, top signing, boys. And the +1 is a red herring. Brentford would never trigger it because of Mbuemo then becomes entitled to pay off on wages. But they also at the same time would really not want to lose him on a free. So considering that deal, looking at it right now, that's why they're taking it. I think it's a good deal for both parties, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it's good money. You just kind of hoping now that it works out. You don't want it to turn into another situation where because if he looks awful, which I don't think he will. I genuinely think he's a really, really good player.
It's been an interesting window. So many clubs have gone after Premier League signings.
Yeah.
Like there's so many clubs have gone, no, we need play. We can't take risks on foreign players. Like we have to get Premier League things so we can keep the sort of momentum. Liverpool have sort of broke that a little bit because obviously Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, but they have bought Kirkes, who obviously is Premier League proven. But yeah, everybody else seems to have gone Premier League proven. Does that mean this is done? Like he's not going to Newcastle?
Yeah, this will stay at Brentford, 100%. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited, man. I can't wait to see how it kind of works in pre-season. I'm sure Mbuemo's going to be really excited as well. I'm not sure what number he's going to get. That was something I was thinking about.
Well, they took Garnacho's number, didn't they, off him? His has been taken
17.
off him. Yeah,
it?
so that's available. Did
Interesting.
Xerxes take 11?
No, Cunha took 10, didn't he? Marcus Rashford's number.
Yeah.
I think Xerxes, I think he may have taken 11.
As I say, 11 would have been good. Ryan Giggs' number. That'd be a good number. But, so Højlund's got 9. Bruno's got 8.
Yeah.
Ahmad's got 16.
Yes, I believe so. Let me double check. Yeah, 16.
Yeah, so, yeah, maybe 17. Maybe that might be a good number.
Yeah,
What
potentially.
numbers he got Brentford? What numbers do you have at Brentford?
19 is available just like his Brentford days. Okay.
There you go. Maybe he
right.
takes 19 then. Maybe
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really a big numbers guy. Like,
No.
it doesn't, unless it's a number 7, then, it's kind of.
Yeah, well, we haven't had a good number 7 in
No, we've not.
a long time.
Just keep any new signing, please, away from the fucking number 7, and that'd be absolutely great. Wages, it would be interesting as well to know. I believe what first initially got reported was about 150k, similar to Cunha, wasn't it?
Although all the other opposition fans were saying he's going to get 250 or 300k a week.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Funny.
True Geordie,
where have you got this from? Where's this
coming
number
out? Is it Luke Edwards from the Telegraph? Is that the guy who's reporting it?
Yeah.
And he was like 250. This is why Newcastle have stepped away. £250,000 a week. Like fucking shut up. It's going to be probably 150k or maybe just slightly above that. Maybe it'll be incentivized. Maybe there's some bonuses on there.
What did Cunha get? What's Cunha?
Similar.
200?
Similar. It was. No, I think it's a little bit less than 200.
Oh, is it a little less than
Yeah.
200?
About 180s, 170s or something, which for a Premier League player doing what they're doing,
it'll probably be around there then. It'll probably be a similar amount. I can't imagine him getting a massive wage bracket.
50k at the minute at Brentford, Nath has just said.
He's probably going to triple his wage then. Jesus Christ.
But it's just crazy to think in it when you do a comparison of players that we brought in. Anthony, for example, done nothing in the Premier League, was at Ajax, didn't even have amazing stats at Ajax either. Comes in, demands 200 grand a week and gets it. Got a player who's had one of the best seasons in the Premier League out of all the attackers in the group. Comes in, 150k a week. That's the difference. Big difference.
5-year contract with a +1 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, valid until June 2030 with a +1. So.
And not only just that, obviously I'm not thinking about selling him because we're only just signing the guy, but it's when you go to sell players as well, as we know right now, because we can't sell players because the wages are astronomical, it's all a knock-on effect and a domino effect. So I'm really excited about Mbuemo, man. I think what I really like about him as well is something. Stats always get mentioned with him because of the impressive season that he had. So he had 27 goal involvements, right? Which is, rightfully to mention, he did good. But also, he's very creative as well. Like I think
he's got assists. Is it assist numbers?
So it's 7. He got
expected assist last season was 9.26.
Yeah. So and more crosses than the majority of players in the league. He was taking corners and stuff for Brentford. So just as an all-around player, like both feet, really, really good. He's rapid, he's strong, a clinical finisher. He doesn't overdo it in shots. Like he's quite like Garnacho, for example, the conversion rate. Like everything's there with him, man.
Couple of stats here. So top 8 goal scorers last year. So Salah, Isaac, Haaland, Chris Wood. 4th is Mbuemo. 6th is Visser, 7th is Ollie Watkins, who we've also been linked to. 8th is Matthias Cunha. So that's your top goal scorer. So we've got the 4th and the 8th top goal scorer from last year. And then expected assist, Bryan Mbeumo 9.26. And then 4th was Bruno at 7.98. And then total chances created, Bruno 91, Salah 88, Palmer 86, Enzo Fernandez 75, and then Bryan Mbeumo 4th, 70 chances created. So you've got the top 4 chance creator and then the top 8 goal scorers in the league last season. So if that doesn't upgrade your forward line, I don't know what does.
You would be worried. If Amrin don't get a tune out of them now when they come in, you'd be extremely worried. But the whole focus around this summer, going into this pre-season now, which kicks off tomorrow, is athleticism, intensity, and matching teams in the Premier League for any kind of sprints, distance covered, the way you press from the front, and Mbuemo and Cunha will absolutely change that. And bringing in younger players like Diego Leon will change that as well. I do think you will see a shift, and you're seeing players as well looking a lot leaner, a lot fitter, look a lot stronger. Whether it's Mainu, Casemiro, Shaw, they all look like different kind of body types. So it's obviously a demand from Amorim. And I don't think you're going to see a team who, whenever you've watched United, Sam, over the past couple of years, I always felt like we would play well for 20 minutes in it. 20, 30 minutes, 40
minutes.
minutes.
If the goal didn't happen, they just sort of gave up.
Collapsed. So we'd press from the front. Was it Chelsea game maybe last season?
Yeah.
Pressed really well, was forcing errors, and everyone was like, what's going on here? But all of us actually said in the WhatsApp chat at the time, give it 20 minutes, 30 minutes, see what happens. And everything dropped off, the press, everything. So there's going to be demand from that for a full performance for 90 minutes. The last time I remember was having a really good performance for 90 minutes was Tottenham under Ten Hag, where we dominated them, pressed the life out of them, kept possession.
Couple more stats. 16 GA goals and assists in 22 starts. That was 23-24. 17 goals and assists in 22-23, and then 27 goals and assists in 24-25. 3 consistent seasons. First in expected assist, most crosses, like you said. 3rd for ground covered. 10 Premier League goals in 2025. Only Salah and Isaac beat him. 100 plus take-ons and 15 plus goals. Only Palmer, Salah, and Cunha matched this last season.
Yeah.
So, like,
and how much are they going to cost? If you're buying Isaac, Palmer, anyone like that, well, how much is that going to cost?
Exactly. So you're getting a very, very good forward in Bryan Mbeumo.
Yeah, absolutely. Sheikh Hadi saying, don't you think a new goalkeeper is more important signing? We need to stop leaking goals. You gave me the perfect segue because we had a bit of news. Now it's from Alex Crook and Ben Jacobs, so do that with what you want.
It was also Graham Bailey reported on it as well. So it's
also,
not exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not an Ornstein, but so Antwerp goalkeeper, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm just going to say how I see it. Son Lemons is on Manchester United's radar with initial talks already taking place this summer, and the interest dates back to January. United apparently have already initiated talks surrounding him. So whether this is someone that they go for, whether it's someone they're monitoring, I don't know. You've seen a lot of stuff about Emi Martinez. A £21 million release clause was mentioned. Yeah. I don't know what to fucking believe, to be honest with you. I don't know if there actually is a release clause or if... I don't know. But I agree, the goalkeeper situation is equal with midfield and striker, but it's a lot easier to do the other ones, maybe.
Yeah. Because I think the only way we get a new goalie is if Onana goes, and I don't see him leaving, to be honest with you. So, but a couple of stats on Sens Lamans. Most saves last year, 127. Highest save percentage, 81.4%. Obviously, it's in the Belgian league, so it's not the top 5 league, but that conceded 14.5 goals less than his expected goals would predict. So better than David De Gea's 17-18 campaign, which was a really, really good campaign. So yeah, good shot stopper, very good in penalties, close range 1v1 and set pieces. Distribution under pressure, he's a bit vulnerable, but in composed scenarios, he's fine. That's from Shreyas, who's had a look at him. So he's valued between 15 and 20 million. So that's what we're looking at.
That's not bad. Yeah. Sometimes you find gems in it. I think Man City, I don't know how much they bought Edison for, but there wasn't loads of people speaking about him before he went. Alisson felt like a bit more of an obvious one. He was quite well touted around Europe.
Was it Flecken they got from Eredivisie? Did they get?
Yeah. I think so.
And now he's gone.
Cheap.
He's gone to Leverkusen.
He's gone to Leverkusen, yeah.
So
with Eric Ten Hag.
Do you know what I mean? So like you can find these small goalies and stuff and bring them in. So they're definitely out there.
Brentford are great at doing it. Look at what they did with Raya. David Raya, who went to Arsenal. He's arguably the best goalkeeper in the league last season. Don't even know where they got him from. Probably paid about 5-10 million quid. There are keepers out there, so people always turn their nose up because it's not a big name. But if they can develop into an incredible keeper, then I've got no qualms with that.
Verbruggen at Brighton, good goalie.
I like him. I like him. Yeah, really, really like him. Look, we went for the obvious name in Onana, who had probably the best Champions League campaign out of any goalkeeper. And look how that turned out. So maybe we do need to pivot in the strategy and bring in a goalkeeper in. I think the goalkeeper is going to be something that maybe they do towards the end of the window. I don't know why. I just feel like they're going to recess it if it's there to do, if you can get a move for him.
Do you think... I don't see them playing Bayindir against Arsenal for the first game of the season.
I don't.
So surely they have to bring somebody. Because
he might be back by then.
I know, but it's going to be, he said 5 weeks, so like the week before.
Push and go, yeah, it's a little bit.
Pushing it, and his hamstrings are very difficult as well. Like if you put too much on it, it'll go again.
Yeah.
So are they going to rush him back to play in that first game? Like, seems weird to me.
Only Onana could pull his hamstring in pre-season as a goalkeeper. Only him can do that. I don't know who they're going to go with. That's a worry in itself, innit? Yeah. Starting against Arsenal, not having that concrete that you're going to be the main guy in net would worry me. So, but then you can't just get a loan, can you? You can't just bring a keeper in on loan. It's a little bit different with keepers. So, I don't know, man. In other news as well, we had Diego Leon, who's got his number today for, again, anyone who's a fan of numbers. He will wear the number 30 shirt for Manchester United. He will be on pre-season, but I was reading before, I think it was Laurie Whitwell who put it out, that they're not taking as much of a heavy squad to pre-season.
Yeah, he wants a lighter squad because we're not playing in Europe, so he wants to reflect having a lighter squad.
Yeah, which I don't mind at all. Obviously, for younger kids, not going to get as many opportunities, which isn't great. But, I mean, if we go out of cup competitions in the first couple of rounds, we're going to play 2/3 of what we played last season. We're going to play around 45 games. So there just simply isn't enough. And that in itself, we talk about streamlining things and cutting stuff down. That could help us, couldn't it, really, next season? Yeah. Just having just those games to focus on. You saw with Nottingham Forest last season.
You get a week to train and recover in between each game.
Yeah.
Whereas last time it was play a game, have a recovery day, look at the next opponent, and then it's play a game. Yeah. That was it. That was just a pattern like the whole season. So it'd definitely be an advantage. Also, you probably could say if you could let a bunch of players go, you save them on wages because you don't have to have so many players to sort of have enough cover on all the different sort of competitions that you're in. So I suppose that's another sort of thing they can look at.
Yeah. Title charge 2026. Who knows? No, I'm joking. But look, with those players you've got in through the window so far, you look at a team that features Ahmad, Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha, and Bryan Mbeumo. If you get a striker in top of that as well, I'm telling you now, I feel a lot more positive going into next season. I think we could actually compete with those players. But how many times have we said that before, Sam?
Yeah, we've said it a lot. Said it a lot.
So maybe we'll be cautious.
It depends, on if and what striker it is. Like, that's a big if. Because if it's like,
Sesko?
I've seen... But again, he's not Prem proven, and they're asking a lot of money. Would you spend, like, say it's 80, 90 million, would you spend that on Sesko, or would you rather pay 60 for Ollie Watkins? What would you rather do?
Yeah, in that scenario, I would go Watkins.
Right.
However, if it was the same price, I would go for Sesko.
Over a Prem-proven striker.
Yeah, and the reason why
for the last 3 seasons, who's got like
you're right,
consistently 20 goals.
You're absolutely right. You're spot on. You know as well as anyone when we spoke on this channel, I like Sesko.
No, he's a great player
for a
really
long,
good player.
long time.
I understand, but
and
the
I
risk.
think his ceiling and his level is so good,
Yeah.
it's worth the risk. That's where I'm at with Sesko personally. I think he's that good. I think he can be an incredible player, but it is a risk. I accept it's a risk.
I think we've taken so many risks in the
I
last
agree.
couple of years that haven't paid off.
Yeah.
I would be way more comfortable with Ollie Watkins coming in because you know what you're getting and you know he's going to perform and you know he's going to deliver goals, which is we need, which is why we got Bryan Mbeumo, why we got Mateus Cunha. I think that's the sensible option in my eyes, personally.
The thing with Watkins, what contract is he going to want though?
That's what you got to negotiate, isn't it?
That's a risk in itself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what a 5-year deal. What's he going to be 34 on 200 grand a week by the time he leaves United?
If he wants stupid money, then obviously, you don't do the deal.
Yeah.
Like, but you won't know until you have those conversations, I suppose.
Maybe there's a blend you can do, like maybe bringing in Sesko and then an experienced striker on a loan or so. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to kind of figure it out. Yeah. It depends on the price. Yeah. If obviously clearly Arsenal walked away from it for a reason. Yeah. And I'm guessing it's probably financials, right? They're thinking it's too much for a package. We can pivot, go to
They were quoting 90 million euros, weren't they, Leipzig? That was the price I've seen chucked about.
Which you get, whether that's
true or not.
With Frankfurt, they're demanding similar fees, aren't they? And Sesko's been doing it more consistently at a higher level as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I really like Sesko as a player. I would want to bring him in, but price is everything on this and contract is everything on this. So that's what Ineos are going to look at. And also as well, we need to sell players. So I think it would probably go outgoings now. And then they will probably pivot to a striker, I would imagine. And
it seems like Sancho's the closest to going, doesn't it? That seems to be all the noise, like Juve.
15 on it. 15, 20 mil max.
But getting his wages off the books for it, like his last year of his deal is super important. Like that's a really important thing. And then I don't see Rashford going to Barca. I just don't see it unless it's a loan. That's the only way
he's going to not being loaned. I think. I've accepted that already. I don't, unless the Diaz situation goes tits up at Bayern and they can't get him, that's when I think, okay, Rashford might be attainable. They might go for him because they need a left winger. Yeah. And also I think Hansi Flick has given the approval for Rashford as well. So there's some sort of deal there to be done. I think, did Marzio mention Rashford as well? For Juventus?
Inter and Juve have looked at him.
Yeah, they've looked at him. I mean, they seem to be...
They don't pay out anything, though, do they?
No. It seems like everyone, they've got United players on the list. Milan are trying for Rashford at one when it was going on loan. Yeah. Now they're looking at Højlund, which just came out recently. Juventus, Inter, they're all circling these players, but then actually not fucking doing anything at the same time.
Or they're not actually paying any money for him. They're like, we'll take him, but on loan, we're not going to pay any money for him.
Can we have him on loan and you pay some of his wages? Like, fuck off. I'd rather just keep him, to be honest. Hi, Sam, Nick, everyone. Great news. Fantastic way to start the weekend. Late again, notifications aren't coming through for some reason. Probably the same reason YouTube deletes half my comments. How bizarre. Don't know why it's doing that. Always look on our Instagram. We post it on Instagram.
It's got an auto filter on for some reason. My damn United. Like I have to go into unapproved comments and then approve certain comments because it's been restricted for some. I don't know why. There's nothing in it, like no swear words or anything. It's just YouTube has got that's flagged that comment. Yeah, I don't get it.
Tick Mbuemo. And on that bombshell, we shall end it. Lyle Wilson. Thank you, everyone who's tuned in. Bryan Mbeumo is officially a Manchester United player, or Brentford have agreed, so it's basically there or thereabouts. We will have lots of coverage of pre-season, lots of coverage of the Mbuemo deal as it goes through, all his interviews and first quotes, etc. All on Instagram, bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Drop us a follow on X as well, and TikTok for some funny clips over on there. Defend us. We need some United fans in there. There's Arsenal fans yapping in my ear about fucking Madueke and Mbuemo, so come and defend me in the comment section on TikTok.
I think the most mouthy fans online are Arsenal fans.
Oh, they're the worst, aren't they?
There's no one else who's that mouthy online. It's ridiculous.
They are the Mississippi of the Premier League.
Yeah, just chatting shit all day.
Shit. Yeah, correct. Love yous all. Peace, love, respect, and me and Sam will see you later on. See you in a bit, people. Legends.